Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Fortunate, your fantasy connoisseur here once again. Fantasy Outsiders is at your door. What's good? And I got some of my closest associates with me. LaSalle, what's going on, man? How you?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I'm feeling amazing tonight, and we going to get into a whole lot of stuff. But before we do that, we got to recognize T-Money's in the building. T-Money's in the motherfucker. What's up, T-Money?
Hey, man, I'm back like the goddamn iPhone X, baby. Let's go.
Back like he left something, man. We glad to have you back. For real, for real. We appreciate you coming through. T-Money's in the house, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. But before we get into that, letting y'all know, brought to you by 52s and Smoke Entertainment. Yes, Fantasy Outsiders is brought to you by 52s and Smoke. You can catch us on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio. Everywhere you get podcasts, you're going to see us. When you see podcasts, you see us.
That's worldwide, baby. Worldwide.
We all over the place, all right? So, obviously, if you listen to this, you probably found us, or you riding in somebody's car who's making you listen to this. But, hey, now you know where you can find us for yourself.
Hey, shit. Hey, you can either listen or walk.
Exactly. Get your ass out. But yeah, for sure. Check us out everywhere you get your podcast. We doing our thing. We got a couple shout outs. You know, that's what we do. We shout out our listeners because we appreciate each and every one of y'all. I got a shout out. No, Tony, you got a shout out?
I got a couple, nigga.
Well, you go ahead. Go right ahead.
My first one goes out to Kelly. She's an Uber driver. She says she let all her listeners, well, my bad, not listeners, but drivers or passengers listen to us while she's driving around. So she's forcing it down their throat. Pretty much.
Okay.
Hey,
that's what's up.
We appreciate that.
I do, because that's she at least drive at least 6 people, so that's just getting us out there. So I appreciate that from her.
Shout out to Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, you really want to help us out? You make them go on Spotify and you make them listen to it from their phone.
Exactly. Before they get out the car.
Don't share your one listen. You one listener. You sharing the merchandise. You giving it away for free. Make them say, look, I ain't gonna drop you off until you go on to Spotify and you go on Fantasy Outsiders and you listen to this whole episode.
You damn
and
right.
they like, I got somewhere to be. I don't give a fuck where you have to be.
You don't want me to rate you 5 stars? Fuck them ratings. Download Fantasy Outsiders. Who else you shouting out?
My second one is going out to Cafe Sababa in Dunwoody. We got a couple listeners in there, and they have good food, so that's a plus.
I think I've been there before.
Yeah.
I think I've been there before, and the food is pretty damn good. Cafe Sababa. Okay, we need to do some promotion or some coupons or something.
Or maybe they'll give us some free food. Maybe.
Yeah. What's up with that? Yeah, we'll talk about that after the show. We're going to talk about that after the show. That's definitely a monetary situation we need to get into. LaSalle, you got some shout-outs?
Yeah, I got a couple, man. I got a shout-out to my homeboy Josh that's out in Denver right now. I got a shout-out to my homeboy Maze that's in North Carolina. They hit me up, told me they was listening to us, and they actually called me and asked me for a shout out. You got your shout out, Nick?
That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up, man. We putting y'all out there. Hopefully, the people in your neighborhood hear your name on the radio and they like, ooh, they think you cool now or something. I don't know. Maybe we can help you get some pussy. Anyway.
Right now.
You never know.
Probably not.
Probably not. I gotta actually give a shout out to a whole team. I'm giving a shout out to Everyday Black Men Podcast. That's Riker, R. Reed, and Armstead. Appreciate y'all listening. We did a collab episode the other day that's actually going to be being dropped on 52s and Smoke Entertainment. So look out for that, and definitely take a listen to Everyday Black Man. It's a good show. They say it's a place for authentic black male thoughts. I believe it's a place where niggas talk a bunch of shit. But we going to get into it. Anyway, shout out to them, man. We appreciate y'all listening and having me on the show. So we'll get up with y'all next time. Maybe we'll have some of y'all over, whatever. But shout out to Everyday Black Men. Thanks for listening. So let's actually talk some fantasy for these people out here that want a little bit of information or some tips or something that's going to help them get through. I will say, it's week 8. It's week 8. The season is halfway over, and right about now, you know who the players are, and you know who the players are not. Mm-hmm. You know who need to be started, and you know who don't touch that. Don't touch them.
At this point in the game, for the most part, everything is pretty much set in stone for the most part. Injuries and shit like that happen, but you already know. So it ain't too much on the waiver wire at this point. Maybe a couple of players, at least in both my leagues that I'm playing. So, let's just talk fantasy, man. Shit, what happened with you last week?
Oh, man, this week, right now, as we speak on this Monday night, my kicker, I got the New England kicker. What he gave me, like 8 points so far, doing his thing. I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? Actually, he gave me 13. I got 13 out the kicker. I done broke 180 on this boy. I'm killing him. I'm kidding. No, 175. But I'm killing him. So I got the dub in the bag for sure. And another thing, throwback to a couple weeks ago, I started Dante Moncrief. My man's gave me 10 points where I needed him. Put him in the back pocket for the perfect situation. But I will tell you, don't start nobody from Jacksonville right now. But I did, you know what I mean? Because my nuts hang low. And I made a decision on a back pocket player that I had, put him out there. He got me 10, and that's all I needed at the point from that position. But, yeah, man, I'm winning. I'm be 4-4. I should be like 6-2, but, you know.
Talked all this shit. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest. I thought when I said how your week went, because just to the viewers, we don't talk about any of this before. We want it to be as authentic as possible. So I didn't know how his week went. I didn't know if this motherfucker won or lost because I didn't ask him until we start recording. Mm-hmm. When you start talking about your kicker, I just knew you fucking lost. You talking about how much your kicker dropped. And then I was like, okay. And then I was impressed for a minute. And then you start, after all that talking shit, all that shit talking, you 4-4.
I'm 4-4. I shouldn't be 4-4.
That whole speech was a big emotional roller coaster for me.
It wasn't even that.
No, because roller coasters, you don't start off low. I had a very low opinion of.
Bro, listen. I shouldn't even be 4-4 in this league. I had a bad week where like nobody scored, and then I lost the games in the beginning of the season that I shouldn't have lost. I should be 6-2 right now, but it's cool. I'm still gonna make the playoffs. I got a couple of more games. Like I said, it's 5 more fantasy regular season games. And next week, I know it's a guaranteed win. So I'm not really concerned because I play T-Money next week. So I'm in a good position.
Yeah. The word around town is T-Money. When it comes to fantasy, you're a loser.
Oh, man. Where the hell are all these punches coming from?
Listen.
Why is this always aimed at me?
It's not aimed at you.
That's what I'm hearing.
You put yourself out there.
I didn't even say shit.
Every time you come on the show, you're losing. Okay? Every time you come on the show, you're losing. That's where it came from.
I'm losing the big money one. I want the money.
I feel you. What happened this week?
Nigga, you know what happened.
He getting a dub this week.
You know what? That's why I'm back.
In our league, he getting a dub.
I had to take a bye.
What's your record gonna be?
2-6, nigga.
Okay. All right.
Ooh. All right, you know what? I knew it was gonna be something like that off that pause. What's your record gonna be? Ooh, okay. Wait a minute. 2-6, nigga. So what?
Right.
So what?
Right. So I'm like, dude, you coming back where?
I'm just saying, if I went out, most likely I would have the 6th final spot to get into the playoffs. If I went out.
Okay. I mean, that's very, very optimistic, and that's what you should be going for. I wish you all the best, honestly, because I would rather you win the money than any of these other bums in our league.
For real, because I don't even know these fuck niggas.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know them either. And I wish them all the worst things in the world. But
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know how you even continuing on with a 2-6 record. I would probably just slip my wrist by now.
See, that's the difference.
That's what I thought. I thought you would have broke.
That's the difference between me and you. I'm a real ass nigga that's always gonna be confident, and you just like you said, you're gonna slit your fucking wrist and give up. That's not me, baby.
You taking it all the way to the wire.
That's damn right.
Okay, so real question: at what point do you give up?
If I lose, when I lose one more game, that's when I give up.
So I could end your fantasy career next week.
You will end my fantasy playoffs. You will end it.
I can't wait till next week.
Yeah, real ass nigga, and I hope you come back next week too.
You better be here. Nigga, I will pick you up next week. You're gonna be here.
I'm a real ass nigga. I'm 2-6.
All right, what's your record? Oh, I forgot this nigga. What's up, man?
You know what my record is, nigga. You know what my record is. And by now, most of the viewers already know what the listeners already know.
Are you 7-1?
Yeah. Am I 7-1?
Yeah.
The answer is yes, I am 7-1. Well, not officially until tomorrow, to after this game. But yeah, I'll be 7-1.
So do you think you're gonna win your league?
Huh?
You think you're gonna win your league?
Yeah, T Money. I think I'm gonna win my league.
Well, I would like to put it on the record right now. I'll bet you $25 that you don't win your league.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
Here we go. Listen, I didn't
know.
know.
Hey, listen. T Money. I would take that bet.
Okay,
I'll take that bet.
All right.
25. Say I win my league. I ain't nothing wrong with more money.
You're right. Shit.
Ain't shit wrong with more money, so I'll take that.
Hey.
I'm 7. I would be 7-1. I just dropped 182 points.
Okay.
And it's not even the PPR league that I'm in right now. When I say everybody got off, I mean everybody got off. It was a goddamn fantasy orgy.
Yeah.
Everybody dropping 30 on my squad.
Oh, you got James Conner on that squad, don't you?
I got James Conner.
As
Mike
do
Evans
I.
just finally decided to step up and play some ball for me this season.
Yeah.
Philip Lindsay actually did pretty good. Who I'm actually surprised about is Adrian Peterson.
Oh shit,
33 years old. And this, when I say dog, I was just hoping he'd give me 10.
Yeah.
I just take a good 10, 12. But the dude dropped 28 for me. And I was like, God damn, AP.
Isn't he leading the lead in rushing?
He might be close. I don't know. I don't think he's leading the league because he had 1 or 2 weeks where he didn't perform or didn't show up or something like that.
No, he definitely not leading the league in rushes.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not leading. But
because I know James Conner sitting at like number 2. I'm not 100% sure. It's probably Todd Gurley at number 1.
Yeah, more than likely Todd Gurley. Well, he's leading.
Well, he's
touchdowns.
He's just going like
he's a touchdown monster. I don't know exactly how many yards he get in a game, but he's a touchdown monster for real. But Adrian Peterson, man, defying time. Like you can tell he's different. He move a little different. He's slower, but he's still just doing the damn thing. Like if you got Adrian Peterson, I would still play the matchups, but you got to start this guy as much as you can while he still got his knees.
But let's also remember they were playing the Giants, who are garbage.
Which is when I would have started his ass. So,
but you know what though? Like you can't necessarily. The Giants don't have a bad run defense though.
They don't.
Now, granted, this week they did trade Damian Harrison to the Lions, so that probably had a lot to do with the reason why he got off the way he did. But I mean, he didn't go crazy. He had a couple big runs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he had a couple big runs.
He didn't put the game away with that last run he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Now the thing about that is, I mean, I look at Adrian Peterson as somebody who you playing your matchups. Chris Thompson was getting off earlier in the season. Now, what are you thinking? Now, what do you do with Chris Thompson? Because he did nothing last game.
Well, he got hurt too. He got hurt in the last game.
So I already knew that he was going to be on the snap count, which is another reason why I went ahead and started AP.
Yeah.
Chris Thompson, man, I would still say that when they're playing together, and statistically, when they're playing together, they're still ranked, I think, 11 and 12 or 12 and 13. So I'll still play AP even if Chris Thompson is healthy, because I mean, again, if you're looking for every down back, you're not gonna find them other than really Todd Gurley at this point. Yeah, you know what I mean? Everybody else is pretty much running back by committee. So I would still start him. I'll still start AP.
Well, I feel you on that, but as far as he being the only every down back, Todd Gurley, I would say James Conner until Bell comes back. James Conner.
All right, good point. I agree with that 100%.
Okay, well, I have a question for y'all, because I do have Bell, and I want to ask this for Ford, actually, since you're such a fucking guru, motherfucker. So, Bell's supposed to come back in week 10. Do you think he's going to play out more than Conner, or what should people do if they have Bell?
I would say I would say that we just kind of keep paying attention to what's going on, because everybody was talking about he was supposed to be coming back on bye week or right after bye week,
right?
And we see that didn't happen. And honestly, the chumps in my league vetoed the trade, which at the end of the day saved me
Yep.
because I would have been taking Stephon Diggs and